So we probably seen this archetype before, as the title states, the kind of dorky, wimpy guy. The guy that's kind of real weak and doesn't really stand up for himself and, is not really talented in anything or doesn't try to be talented in anything. We see this archetype in a lot of mainstream media. Now, we all know that mainstream media has done a number to program people. Now, I want you to think about this word program. TV program, right? TV program. Why do they call it a TV program? Well, because hey, look, underneath that word, it's crazy because the truth is in plain sight. They're telling you what it is. It's a program. It's there to program your mind. Now, like I said, I've said this many a times about how powerful social media programming is, especially when it comes to guys. Now, this isn't a video trying to be like on some victim stuff, like, oh, woe is me, and it's all the media's fault. It's all TV programs' fault. It's all these popular movies' fault. It's all the She's Out of My League, that movie, which I'm gonna get to in a second. All of these TV programs showing the dork and the guy that's like super weak getting all the girls. That's why I do what I do, because of these programs. No, this isn't uh a program. This isn't a video about that. This is a video kind of letting you guys know, and you can take it for what it is. I'm not the authority on anything. I'm just saying this might help if this sounds like you, right? I'm just letting you guys know that that is a very false archetype. That shit does not happen in real life. It does not happen in real life. I'm sorry to say that if it does happen, probably one in a billion, probably one in 90 billion, I would say. It just doesn't happen in real life. And a lot of guys are impressionable because, hey, look, a lot of young men don't grow up with fathers around the house. They probably grow up watching TV all day, watching movies. And I'm going to get into it. This is Tarek Talks, and we're going to be talking about how the dorky loser type of archetype is just not going to work out, right? It's false. It does not work out when we're talking about attraction, okay? So, as we all did, I grew up watching movies. I grew up watching TV. Like, I really think everybody, if you didn't, then your parents must have been mad strict. They must have been super duper strict and just didn't allow it. Or you live in the desert somewhere or in a jungle or some shit like that. Which in that case, shout out to you for watching me, because that's dedication right there. But we've all seen this before. And the thing about it is, there's two things that I think might be what it is. One or two, or a combination of these things that are going on with why these movies and TV programs show this archetype. Now, first of all, I talked about that movie She's Out of Your League in the beginning, if you were paying attention. Now, I'm not going to put any clips here because I don't know how the copyright works, but you guys have probably seen it. It's about a wimp. I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown, quick synopsis. It's about this guy that's like he's grown, right? He's well into his 20s. He's got the body of like a 12-year-old, right? Very wimpy. He's not skilled at anything. He's very meek. He's very weak. You dig what I'm saying? He's very timid. Very timid. And he's just not manly. Okay? He's just not manly. And this isn't to say that being manly is a guy who's pounding on his chest, a guy who's climbing up the mountains and or climbing up a skyscraper holding a lady in his hand and banging on his chest like, yo, this is what masculinity is. This isn't saying that that's what manly is. But in all sense of the word, he's really not manly. He doesn't have any kind of hobby or anything like that. He just kind of fails a lot with women. And we see this dorky archetype, right? And of course, in the movie, it's the guy that does have the chick that he wants is like this jock type of guy. Kind of taller, bigger, more muscular, kind of more straightforward, more aggressive. He's kind of direct. A guy who is a little more manlier. Of course, they depict him as the bad guy. They depict that guy as the bad guy, which is crazy to me because this is, like I said, it's one of two things. One, the guy who directed the movie kind of had a resentment towards dudes who got girls, right? Whoever the director might have been, he probably saw all the girls get with the guys that were a little more, had a little more of a physique on them, were a little more direct, were a little more aggressive. Okay. And he made it in the movies. He kind of exaggerated it a little bit. And he made that guy out to look like some kind of douchebag or asshole. The director made the guy look like an asshole. And all that is basically, it's hating, it's hating on the director's part for showing that guy as being a little more, for being this bad guy that the wimpy guy has to get the girl from. He's like, I gotta save you on some Captain Save-A-Hole type of stuff. But in all reality, the guy that he's competing with, and I'm not just talking about this movie, this kind of dynamic is in almost every single movie program. Okay. And it shows the stronger guy as this bad guy. But it's like, why is the guy that puts work into himself, right? Because obviously these guys are more fit. Obviously they have some kind of good career going and stuff like that. And so why does that make them bad? See, they twist it in a way on some hating type of stuff to make it seem like the guy that's doing good is actually a villain, or he's bad somehow because he's successful, because his physique is good. He's like, oh, that's the a-hole jock douchebag type. You feel me? So it sells guys. And, there's guys, a lot of guys believe this. A lot of guys believe that, just from being this super nice, I'm going to come in and save the day and she's going to see how great of a guy I am. A lot of guys see this type of programming and they get turned on. Pause. They they get turned on by the idea that they could be sort of weaker, sort of timid, sort of effeminate, and still get the beautiful girl. They're like, oh yeah, this must be true. And I know what a lot of people are thinking, like, oh, that's just TV. That's not real. Man, programming is very real, right? We see this everywhere, on social media, on TV, everywhere we see like guys that are really effeminate, and it portrays them getting the chick. But the guy that is stronger and stuff, he's usually the bad guy. That ain't nothing. But hey, the second reason is, I truly think the people who make now this is going to be far out. This is going to be a far out conspiracy theory or theory. I think the elites, or the people in charge of Warner Brothers, the people in charge of, Universal, all of these major Viacom, all these major movie production companies, they portray that image for a reason, to make guys weak, to make guys think that being weak is cool, to make it think that, hey, look, being weak is the way to be. You know, this whole the meek shall inherit the earth type of ideology, while they are running the show. So basically what I'm saying is that they want to make men weak, so they'll have less dominant men, less men that are, you know, stronger. They'll have wimpy looking guys. Do you feel what I'm saying? And this is no knock on anybody. And this runs deeper. This runs deeper than just a damn movie. Okay, this runs with government policies and all type of things that kind of encourage men to be weaker. I mean, men really can't express their masculinity like that. It all starts in school. You know, a boy is constantly told, be quiet, stop doing this, stop doing that. And, you know, like I said, this ain't no victim type of video, because at some point you have to snap out of it. And if you don't, hey man, it is what it is. And you know, it's funny because because I was watching videos on like ancient Greek and ancient Roman cultures back in the day, and they saw strength as good. You know, they saw strength, they saw virility, they saw aggression as a good thing, as a noble thing. Like, yeah, you out there, you're getting what you want. And they saw weakness as kind of bad, because, you know, a lot of just like the movie directors that are kind of hating on the jocks that they saw get chicks, those guys don't like the dudes that are kind of stronger, because they feel like they're disempowered. Right? So it's natural to not like someone who's more powerful than you. That's just human nature. And as far as females go, no, that does not happen. I mean, the main guys who get chicks are not guys who are built like 10-year-olds, even though they're grown men. They're not guys who are like super timid and super wimpy, you know, things of that nature. And like I said, I'm not saying you got to be the super duper alpha type of guy. I'm not saying you got to be this fake macho alpha that you kind of see on YouTube. That's a real bad archetype too, okay? But women go for dudes who are more aggressive, who are more direct, who are gonna be direct with her. Because, you know, the dorky archetype, it shows this guy like patiently waiting in the background, waiting for the guy who broke her heart to slip up. And there's guys like that everywhere. You know, I've seen this play out in real life, where these dudes will wait for a chick to break up with their man just so they could get a chance and stuff. You know, that's that type of stuff that is encouraged. That kind of backdooring when the other guy breaks her heart and stuff like that. Like, and wait, no. You know, females don't like that. They respect guys who are a little more aggressive. Yes, who are a little more aggressive, and not aggressive in a negative way, because yes, aggressive is mainly has mainly a negative connotation, but there's other ways of going about it, of viewing aggression. Aggression is just like going for what you want. You're a little more direct. You're a little, you know, that's what women want. That's what they sexually respond to. The dudes who get girls like that have that kind of edge to them. You know, the guys that be getting girls like crazy, they would be called a-holes. They would be called womanizers and stuff. Like, movies would portray them as that kind of sinister bad guy. you know, that's how movies portray them. Like I said, it can be from the director being a hater, or it could be the elites trying to convince guys not to be aggressive and to kind of be tame, kind of be like a puppy. That whole thing of the guy being like a harmless puppy. He's so cute. Cause women, bruh, they don't respond to cute. Cute is for puppies. They respond to a sexy man, right? And what a sexy man has is that aggression. The guys who get women, you know, the guys who are successful, who be smashing chicks like crazy, they got that little bit of directness. They got that little bit of aggression. They're not scared to put themselves out there. They're not scared to say, hey, what's up? And look a chick in the eye and invite them out, or hey, tell them, hey, look, like, what's happening? Like, I think you look sexy, you know? What's up with it? They're not gonna play the background and act like they're all meek and oh, I have no other intentions looking ass. Nah, they embrace that side of themselves that is sexual. They embrace that side. See, that's the thing. That's the dudes who do good with women. That's their thing. They embrace that side. They're not ashamed. They don't care what a dude who's jealous is gonna say. They don't care about what a guy that's that meek and weak dorky archetype, they don't care what he's gonna say. They don't give a damn that he thinks that the guy who gets a lot of chicks is some kind of bad guy and he's an F-boy and stuff. You know, the dude, the strong, you know, the more masculine guy, he's not gonna care about that. He's not gonna stop getting chicks just because the weaker guy, or the guy who does, or the guy who's like never works on himself, is always playing video games and always fantasizing about, you know, getting hung up on one chick and falling in love with the broad, even though he ain't never smashed or nothing, right? He don't care about what he thinks. He's not gonna stop getting chicks. He's not gonna stop getting chicks just because that guy feels some type of way. And, you know, these dudes that are do well with women, right? They kind of step on toes a little bit, and I've seen this play out in the work arena, right? At my job, you know, I was doing pretty good in there, and I was getting these real, you know, pretty ass girls because I was direct, you know, went without for what I wanted. And the dudes who were in the background trying to be this, you know, super complimentative and trying to be this super I'm a puppy type of guy, he didn't get no parts, and they will get pissed. And this is something that really does happen. This really does play out in real life. Because the guy who's like kind of more on the meek side and the dorky side, whether he believed what he saw on the media or could have been what he was taught. See, that's another thing that isn't spoken on too much. It's what he was taught. He was taught to kind of be this kind of puppy type of man, kind of watered down, kind of submissive, you know, kind of docile man through years and years of just getting hammered. Pause. Just years and years of society telling him, hey, you need to calm that down. Hey, you need to, don't talk to a lady like that. You know, we hear this type of stuff a lot. And of course, this should be implemented, right? Because you can't just talk to people any kind of way. You know, you can't just talk to women any kind of way and just run out here like a damn barbarian. No, but it gets to a point where the young boy starts at a young age, is pretty much beat into submission. Now, he could either stay that way, or he could be like, F that. You know, I'm a man. I'm gonna get swole I'm gonna go out here and holler at this chick. I'm gonna go out here and live life. For the most part, it's the first one. That's what most guys usually end up as, is that first one. And it's a lie. You know, it's completely a lie to make guys turn into these puppies. And it's going exactly the way it's planned. See, guys, nothing is by chance. Nothing just happens. All of this has been going on for quite some time. Right? All of this has been going on for quite some time. The average guy, just like how they're portrayed in the movies of the dorky guy and stuff, is constantly obsessing over one fucking chick, is constantly thirsty as hell, but at the same time has no kind of skills to get a chick. Right? He can't even talk to a chick. He can't even look her in the eye or talk to her or flirt. He thinks flirting is offensive or it's bad. And he doesn't understand like sex appeal. He don't understand that men have that ability of having sex appeal. You feel me? They think that's just reserved for women. They're like, oh, men with sex appeal. What do you split this guy? Yes. Because that's what females, that's what women, young ladies respond to. If you want the best out of your dating life, yeah, you got to get out here and get yourself, and you don't got to be in shape. Like, you don't got to be no freaking bodybuilder, but, pack on a little bit of weight, healthy weight, not bad weight. Because most guys are either skinny fat or they have a whole bunch of soft fat. It's just very soft, very Pillsbury. A whole bunch of it, an excess of it. But yeah, get out here, be more assertive, be more aggressive, because that bullcrap that you see on TV is a lie. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Peace.